I'm stuck on the shard, can't log in tonight. Guess my ship will just have to wait in the light. With a keyboard and mouse, but nowhere to fly. Staring at the screen, asking it why. The server's down, but my spirit's up high. With a jazz band playing underneath the sky. Wishing for the stars in the game's sweet delight. Yet I'm grounded here with blues in my sight. Stuck on that shard, can't get to the stars. Tapping my toes under neon lit bars. Dreaming of galaxies near and afar. But reality's got me so close yet so far.
Alright guys, welcome back to the lighter Star Citizen news show, where we take the best community content from around the verse and present it here for your viewing pleasure. What you just witnessed in the intro was Stuck on the Shard from KnebelDE, and I think you'll agree it was a very moving, poignant and relevant piece. Either way, you should watch the whole thing, and all the things you see in this video will be linked in the description, so make sure when you go there to tell them that the crazy Scottish guy sent you. Thank you, Knebel, for this masterpiece, dude. It's absolutely magnificent. Next up is the vandalized Reclaimer. A lot of you guys will have seen this because it was featured in the Jump Point subscriber magazine. But my god, please, can we just take a moment to all pray together to Chris Almighty so that he may bless us with this divine paint job. This was made by Vex92 and I have no idea how they did it, but it would definitely work with the existing vandalized collection, I'd say. And hopefully its appearance in the Jump Point hints that maybe they're thinking about it. Khiosa. Khiosa is best known, I'm pretty confident to say, for his outstanding low-flying videos on YouTube.
No need to ask, he's a smooth operator.
Always set to the sickest tunes and just making it look easy as he glides along doing things most wouldn't dare. Well, he made a video about this wall of guns.
What the hell? Is this real?
For real.
Wait, what the hell?
And I have since tracked down said wall of guns and can tell you it's at Golden Riviera on Bloom, in this house right here. There may be more scattered around the verse, but if you ever need some quick weapons around this system, you know where to go. He did another short that just reinforces what I always say about messing with salvagers and miners in the game.
I've never been so disrespected in my life. I am floating above the rock he is slurping with my interdiction on, looking directly at him. And he's just slurping away, bro.
Yeah.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. He tried to slurp me.
They will absolutely mess you up. You know he had guys on the way. They will step out dual-wielding railguns when you least expect it, and your whole day will just go sideways really fast. Guys are like the cartel, honestly, and they can hold grudges for like weeks, so yeah. Be careful when messing with the industrial guys, it's just not worth it. Next up is a video from the beautiful mind of PC101. Every video this guy puts out just fascinates me. He's always probing away at something interesting that not a lot of people have thought to explore. This time he's done a comparison between some places in Stanton and Pyro. Places that are built out of the same sort of prefabricated pieces but just decorated to look completely new. And the results are just nuts when you realise the effort it must have took to craft the intricate details to get the right look. You know, don't get me wrong, there is a bit of a lack of truly unique places in Pyro, or at least that's how I feel personally. And the copy paste does grate on me a bit, but you could argue that they are similar for lower reasons, I guess. And they are beautiful in their own way. It's just, you know, criminal shouldn't mean filthy, always, really. I'm not saying I've been to a lot of drug dealers' houses, but my guess is if you're running most of Pyro, you can afford a sweeping brush, you know? I'm waking up in hospital and getting tetanus before I can get my shoes on right now. Like, there's no excuse. Anyway, thank you PC 101 for the effort putting this together, dude. He also made this about this penguin bar. But he made sure to not reveal the location. So it looks like us with some exploration in our blood have got some work to do. Make sure you go check out the whole video on his channel and check out the other stuff too in his streams, as there's a lot to learn from this guy. Next up, the one and only Lens Nation is back on the show with episode 2 of Top Hangar.
Have a look at this. What does that remind you of?
It's beautiful.
Does it not look like a toned sperm whale?
What, like a muscly sperm whale?
Yeah.
Now, it's pretty obvious to most, but if you didn't know, this was the show based on Top Gear, but about spaceships. I probably shouldn't even have explained that, and there's the usual banter about ships that emulates the playful back and forth you'll remember from the show. Nestled in there though is an outrageously well done review for the Polacus. And Lens does have the experience and the editing chops to make this look far better than the average YouTube hack normally could. Like me, who just, steals everyone else's shit and rams them together like a giraffe playing freaking Mega Blocks. We then get a Polaris race with some very well positioned Drake ships to blow up along the way for no other reason than to keep Scooter's meme all fed with double dogs, it seems.
And here it is, the first casualty of war. The Miners Guild.
And it all comes together brilliantly. Even the set for the studio looks absolutely spot on. Such a mammoth undertaking it must have been, and I'm glad to say it's definitely paid off. Be sure to drop by and leave him some feedback, and hopefully we'll all somehow convince him to do another one someday. 07 Lens and crew, this was an absolute pleasure to watch, dude.
What's the point of these spacious hidey holes on each side of the bridge? Walk-in robe? An unfinished ensuite bathroom? What? I suppose if you're out cutting scrap on the surface of Hurston, they can hold around 12 undocumented workers for a current total of 24 bodies. Impressive.
Alright, let's do some Lego builds. I like a good Lego build, me. Just to look at though, I don't have the patience for any of that noise, but I can certainly appreciate the effort and the technical thought process required. This here is an RSI Scorpion with the absolutely insanely cool Stinger paint. This was made by Alternative Use 3023. You can follow the link below to go pester them for the build files and stuff if you'd like to try and get your hands on this bad boy. I don't know how any of that stuff works, I'm just trying to sound like I'm down with the cool master builder kids. We've got more though. Here's the Retaliator from Zealous Ideal Knee 50. It's got the yellow and black paint. It's got the bomb bays. It's got the modular cargo bay in there as well. This would be the one for me, I think, for reasons. I mean, I'd get there eventually, but I feel like I'd need a wee cup of tea and a nice quiet afternoon set aside. Maybe a wee tartan blanket in case I needed a nap halfway through. Like, doing a jigsaw or knitting a jumper. It's not something to be rushed. It takes time and care and organisation. And my goldfish brain that I got from doom-scrolling YouTube shorts just doesn't have the capacity any longer. Anyway, they also built an F8C and it's just absolutely sick. Well done guys, these builds are definitely starting to feel like we've reached some new plateau on getting these blocky beauties more refined. Up next is an informational video from Alpine Rum. The video deals with the two factions, Citizens for Prosperity and Headhunters in Pyro. Basically, it's a guide on where you'll likely run into them, what stations and what outposts they control, with accompanying graphics so you can keep for a reference. He also goes over what types of mission each faction offers and what's involved there. Also how to switch sides if you need to. For me, it was exactly what I was looking for at the time. I thought maybe some others would benefit as well. It's well researched, well presented, it's custom built for your pyro probing needs. It's a pretty short but information dense video, so I won't spoil too much here. Big appreciation to Alpine Rum for letting me feature this here. If that's something that's piqued your interest, get over there and check it out. The Space Between from Riferian 3D. This is a short film essentially about the cutter. I mean, it's not, there's definitely something deeper and sadder going on. Maybe he's saying goodbye to his original pledge ship. I'm not sure, but once I see a ship in a video, everything is about ship, I'm afraid. The whole thing was made in Blender, and there's a real love story here about the ship emerging as you watch. The music and tone is very atmospheric, almost touching dark in fact. But it's a masterful little production and a must watch. Dude was definitely flexing their creative muscles here, and I'm glad they did. Thank you Riferian for this, it was a pleasure to behold. Here was a post made by Monoblock Chair titled Best in Show Skins If They Were Good. I mean, that's a lot of confidence, not gonna lie. I think I'll be the judge. Never mind, you win, dude. I mean, that Gold Zeus would just be asking for trouble in the old wallet department, if you ask me. Yeah, I've always felt the default recolors that CIG often go for with no decals is a bit lacking, really, for some of the asking prices. Maybe they're saving them as a source of finance when the game goes live, who knows. But we know they've got great artists in there, and I feel like they're not letting them off the chain for some reason. Nice work, Monoblock Chair, very nice work indeed. If these were real in the game, I would be all over them, dude. Polacus Workshop has been at it again with this replica of the F7A. In fact, since the last time they were on the show, they've been up to all sorts. Check out some of these paint jobs. Like, my god. Look at this rusty old vulture. Exceptional work, as always, dude. Always glad when a new one of these drops. The next one, a lot of you may have already seen, but I just had to put it in the show. It's that scene from the Squadron 42 gameplay, but with one very distinct change. And it just lives rent-free in my head. Like, it really is the funniest, most preposterous thing that could have happened in that situation. I love it. I love it so hard, I'm not even sure why. Thank you, Ryan Caliber. You absolute freaking genius. Tristpawn is a channel I've been following for a while. He basically takes the concept blueprints for the galaxy here and builds them out into 3D so we can walk around and get a feeling for things and how they might end up. There's a general video where he goes over the main ship, as was shown by CIG previously, and then in subsequent videos he builds up the refinery module and the cargo module as well. And it's very well done and as precise as possible given the info. It serves to really nicely capture a pretty decent representation of the scale and layout of things. And if you're anything like me, then any additional info about these concept ships normally becomes pretty irresistible. But yeah, if that piqued your curiosity, then hit the link below to investigate further. Okay, last, but certainly not least, we have this.
Ich weiß, dass das ein Multipass ist. Gott, wir lieben uns. Bist du nicht mehr ganz dicht? Showtime.
This is a full recreation of the Fifth Element trailer by Rich Spencer. And as you can see, it's absolutely perfect. I don't want to show too much of this one as it's quite short, and I'd like to get the views over there if possible, but you can probably tell already how well this has been done. Literally shot for shot. Fantastic stuff, Mr. Spencer. Absolutely made my day when I seen this, dude. Appreciate the effort this must have taken. And if the time fares you well, I would love to see you tackling other trailers as well. Well done, dude. And unfortunately, that's us. That seems pretty short now that I've recorded it, even though on paper it seemed like it would take ages. So sorry about that. There's not really going to be a news section following this. There's really not that much to cover, really. None of the devs have said anything revealing or interesting in a little while, really. So there was this one extra thing that I found. This is a list of rare components you can find in-game on other ships. Now, I will say some of these are still on ships that can't be looted as they don't have access to components for manual detaching. So you'd have to literally have the ship already and move the components between ships. Or, you know, insurance claim them back and pay the balance. But the rest are stuff that you can loot from salvageable ships you encounter. And since some of these components are locked behind PvP areas in the game now, this is quite a handy little guide. And that's all for this episode, unfortunately. I think we're going to do a ship comparison video next. Maybe finally time to tackle the Vanguards. It's going to be a big video. Till then, thanks for watching. Hopefully, I'll see you again sometime. 07 guys.